I want to start with a sentence buried in their very clear press release, which is all about Morgan Stanley, all about what you and I have witnessed over decades. In all this turmoil, down, 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 wealth management moved from a $5.9 billion revenue stream to $6.6 billion. Boy, Gerard, does that talk about why everybody wants to copy Morgan Stanley?
Tom, you're absolutely right. The wealth management business is a more predictable, steady Eddie type of business versus the more volatile institutional business that you guys have been talking about. Tom, you mentioned about how much the investment banking revenues have declined, not just for Morgan Stanley, but for the group. But wealth management, you're right, that differentiates Morgan Stanley from his peers. And under Gorman's leadership, he's the one that drove this over the last 10 years.
Gerard, we've had all the big banks report now. Who won the quarter?
I would say that, the JPMorgan numbers probably stand out, John, as winning the quarter. They certainly drove those numbers through that net interest revenue line. Certainly, they also had, relatively decent capital markets businesses, but it was all against expectations. The numbers, as you guys have pointed out, relative to a year ago, was still very weak, especially in investment banking. But I would put JPMorgan at the top of the list.